Reddit, what was your wow, I'm getting old moment? I was explaining to interns how to use a piece of equipment that used D-cell batteries. The words like you would use in your boombox escaped my lips. Boombox? Now, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Held the door for a college-aged girl. She smiled at me. I smiled back. She said, "Thank you, sir." The sir was a knife to the heart. A high school boy called me mom the other day. I'm not even 30. I'm 27. God damn it. I went down to tailgate for a football game with some friends. We were hanging out, talking when a friend's daughter showed up with one of her friends. Knowing the daughter was 23 and a senior in college, the friend should be 22, 23, 24 or so, and super hot. We're all just talking friendly, normal tailgate conversation. I went to the food table to get more nachos and the daughter's friend followed me over there. She's talking about something and then asks for my phone number. I felt great. Getting hit on by a college girl. I'm getting ready to act flattered and let her down gently that I'm happily married. She then swiftly cuts me down by following up with, "I really think you and my mom would be a good pair." We went to a college party a few weeks back for one of my boyfriend's co-workers. One of the girls asked what I did for my Friday night. I had Brussels sprouts for dinner last night. What the frick is wrong with me? The day my little brother looked at me in disbelief and said, "You were born before the turn of the century." I'm in my 20s. Seeing a beautiful woman wearing high heels walking down the street, I thought, wow, that must be tough on her ankles. Your ankles must hurt. Why don't you put your feet up, on my shoulders? I'm no longer just a weirdo using lame pickup lines. I'm an old weirdo using lame pickup lines. My mum asked me if I had any ideas on what I wanted for Christmas this year. My first thought was I need some socks actually. I live near a college. There was a day when I saw a woman and her college-age daughter walking down the street in my direction. They were both very attractive, and I had a moment of confusion deciding which one to check out. Mom won. I have the weird issue of 30-ish women now look 26 to me, and then 20 to 25 all look 25 to me, mostly, but then 18-year-olds look like they're 12. I keep thinking 35-year-olds look 40. It's so confusing. 2 years ago I was playing Dark Souls when I was invaded by insert name here 95. Ha, 95? That's just a child. This will be a cinch. That guy is only 18 years old. Oh dear. When one of my kids asked me what the funny keyboard was, in a cupboard, it was my old portable typewriter. Look at this. It prints out a hard copy as you type, and it doesn't need electricity. Grey hair. I made my peace with it though. On the bright side, they are only on my head still. Not going bald either, so that's nice. Your hair printer is low on ink. Declining sex with the wife because it was far too late in the evening and I had work in the morning, so I wanted to get a full night's rest. Crap, I've been doing that since I was 19. I know at 28 I'm not old at all, but last year I volunteered to help out with a local school play. After one of the rehearsals I walked out of the school to discover some of the kids standing in a circle and singing the chorus to Papa Roach's Last Resort. I was 14 when I first heard that song. Also, 721 Pokemon, WTF. I was playing Destiny the other day and made a Ghostbusters reference. Nobody on my fire team got it, nor had anybody heard of Ghostbusters. Got them teenagers. Holy crap, I did a similar thing in World of Warcraft and got the same reaction. I thought the world had gone crazy. Geez, getting old in your 20s? Come on, you know you're getting old when you're older than the president. You know you're getting old when joining the AARP sounds like a good idea for the discounts. You know you're old when you start researching Medigap insurance. You know you're getting old when you can't go on roller coasters anymore because you'll be sick for days if you do. You know you're getting old when you wonder which one of your brothers or sisters is going to die first, hoping it won't be you. You know you're getting old when you have different pairs of glasses for different things: reading, computer, distance. You know you're getting old when random pains are just a part of daily life. You know you're getting old when you remember your doctor's phone number but not your friend's number. You know you're getting old when you think about getting a 6S because the bigger screen will be easier to see. You know you're getting old when retail workers automatically give you the senior discount, even though you don't technically qualify for it. Do you need more? You know you're getting old when you compile you know you're getting old lists. I got excited about buying a vacuum cleaner. Few weeks later and I've just ordered a new washing machine. Man, when that machine comes I am going to wash everything so well. I bought a Kickass iron and ironing board last year as a present to myself. It's amazing and ironing has never been so enjoyable and easy. Who remembers being obsessed with The Lion King? I do. It was my Frozen. That movie came out 21 years ago. That makes me feel old. I remember my little sister being obsessed with The Little Mermaid on VHS. She could barely reach that high, but she would watch it, pop the tape out and into the rewinder beside the VCR, then plug it right back in and watch it again. And that's even older than The Lion King. When I remembered watching Video Killed the Radio Star on this crazy new music TV cable channel, but I had to watch it at my rich friend's house because we couldn't afford cable TV. We're so old we remember when MTV played music videos. When I watch cartoons and see things like Wile E. Coyote, or Pinky and the Brain and think who's funding these activities? Where are they getting their money? I mentioned Dave Chappelle to some teenage friends of mine and they did not know him at all. I was more sad that they were missing out though. I'm currently student teaching at a middle school and while using iPads in class I noticed a student was on Reddit. When I told him to get off he said, "Whoa, you know what Reddit is?" The thought that there are some P actresses that were born in 1996 is just freaking weird to me. Like, I have a friend that was born in 96 and I still see her as a baby, yet there is a girl the same age getting half a beater of dong shoved down her butt. In barely 3 years there are going to be P actresses born in the year 2000. 97 actually. Sitting in the living room when my 9-year-old daughter runs in shouting, "Mommy, I found something strange in the back bedroom and I don't know what it is." It was a cassette. I told her it played music. She turned it over a few times and said, "Where do you put the headphones?" Hunted out an old cassette player to show her. She immediately asked me how to skip tracks when she didn't like the song. I used to record songs on cassettes while the radio was on, so many song endings cut short. I was on Wikipedia the other day and saw that Ashton Kutcher, Kelso, is playing a parent role in a movie. Let that sink in. Well, he played a teenager in a show that started 17 years ago, so it can't be that surprising. I recently went to a wedding with some old uni friends. My old housemate went to the bar, and when she came back, she looked at me and said, "Oh, it's you." I thought one of the grown-ups had come to talk to us. I also got excited about living near an accountant, so I wouldn't have to take the metro to do my tax returns. Seeing all the fresh faces on the uni makes me, in senior year, 5th, think, dang, I'm too old for them. They're not even legal. Try being in grad school for a while. You want to yell at them to get off your lawn. I taught a brief math course to 17 and 18-year-old students entering university last year. It seemed like it wasn't long ago that I was that age, but when I showed up on the first day, everybody looked like they were 12. Then it hit me. Also, the class was awesome. When the athletes being drafted in sports are your same age, and then the gut punch when you realize they are much younger than you. I'm in my late 20s and I'm so out of touch with technology. I don't Skype. I don't have Snapchat. I'd kick even is. I don't use Netflix or any of those things. I have cable. I was surprised how much these things affected my attempts at online dating. I live in an apartment building on St. Charles in New Orleans. Every year, new college students move in. Last Mardi Gras, I tried being friendly with a group of them. They looked at me like, "Oh crap, it's an adult. What the heck's he want? I'm only 28. They made me feel 50. I was born in 1959. In 1965 the Houston Superdome opened. It was called the 8th wonder of the world. I was 6 years old at the time. In 2000 it was replaced by Enron Field, now Minute Maid Park. I was 41. I had outlived a baseball park. I was old. When someone told me the G.I. Joe cartoon is 30 years old this year, or when I realized Ghostbusters is 31 years old, or that people born in 1997 can legally smoke, vote, and join the military in the US. I was talking to someone recently who said they do not use FB, but instead use Kick. I had no idea WTF Kick was. Once informed, I said, "Oh, I used ICQ for my IMing days," which of course they had no idea WTF it was. Also, I managed people who were 11 when I started here. That gets my every time. The new intern at my school, I was her babysitter when she was a teeny baby. I'm back in college and have to listen to a bunch of freshmen. The look of amazement on their face when I said I have to go home to my wife was palatable. I stayed out a couple weeks ago on a Saturday night for a friend's birthday. Had to work the next morning. I got about 2.5 hours of sleep and slept on a couch. I was grumpy and irritable for about 3-4 days afterwards, catching up on sleep. I had a revelation though. I now know I am too old to do that crap. Seeing as I previously thought, fuck it, I used to do it all the time, and I need to end up in a bed every night for the rest of my life. I spoke to someone on the phone for my job was calling for his son. When I asked his personal details, he gave me 1996 as the year of birth. I said, "No, I mean your own birth date," assuming he thought I was asking his son's. Nope. He is from 96 and has a son from 2012. People 4 years younger than me are having kids, FFS. He had a son at 16, that is kinda a problem. Last year for Christmas I asked my parents for a vacuum because I really needed one. The worst part was that my mom still wrapped it up really nicely too. There's something depressing about unwrapping a vacuum on Christmas morning. The wife and I were at a farmer's market. No, that's not it. They were selling pizzas and also had a variety of breads they had made in this big outdoor oven. I'm not really into bread, but wifey wanted me to get some for her, so like a good house manservant I complied. I walked over to the table which had a basket of samples just waiting to be taken. The table was high enough that I could just reach over, grab a few pieces without bending over. I walk over, reach for basket with my left hand and felt a sharp pain shooting through from my lower back up through my chest. I let out a soft but sharp hue. The pain was pretty extreme and I was instantly very uncomfortable. The bee whimper I made was loud enough to be heard by a guy across the table who responded, "Oh man, I felt that from over here." I couldn't sit, stand or lie down without being really uncomfortable for the rest of the day. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.